Hello. Wanted to make it as real as possible today. The DOMAS'DAILY dive. Got paintings in the back. Got my tiny big coffee. And I thought I'll start a segment called the DOMAS'DAILY dive, where I just talk about whatever's on my mind. Let's turn this light on. And today, what's on my mind is a little video I saw yesterday of a sister by the name of Soulstris, if I remember collectively, maybe that's what I wanted to say. Maybe that was a Freudian slip like Freudian, your first and last step to playing yourself like the accordion. That's the great line by MF Doom. The great late MF Doom. Rest in peace. The video by Soulstris was called You Are God. And I think I'm going to call this video DOMAS'DAILY Dive, You Are GODLIKE. Because I think God for us stands for, at least for me, being brought up in a Christian society, it stands for Jesus Christ. I don't know why. It just stands for Jesus Christ, Wu-Tang. But I think godlike is a better name because we're made in God's image. I don't consider myself a part of any religion. But what I liked about that video was, I think I got what Soulstris wanted to say, is that you create your own reality. So you're the creator, you create your own reality, and you are, let's just have a sip of coffee. I want to create this sip of coffee. I'm a creator, so I create paintings, but what I've noticed as I was listening more and more to channel Eternalize, which talks about the archetypes, and especially hermeticism, the 7 hermetic rules, which was, I don't know if I'll remember correctly, like the yin and yang, the male and female, the balance between, I won't remember correctly, but basically what's inside is what's outside. So it's like a continuous dialogue, it's a continuous riddle that we have to solve ourselves. The archetypes, amazing thing by Carljung, which is, the archetypes. There's many archetypes of a hero, of a mother, of a maiden, of a puer eternus, the infinite child, the eternal child, the hero, the villain, the joker. So many different archetypes that we embody throughout our life. And one thing that stuck in my mind was archetype, of a, I forgot what I wanted to say, but basically, if we embody one archetype, sometimes it's almost like takes us over, and it can become destructive, psychopathic. The person is angry, and it's almost like, when somebody says, I am this now, I am the villain, and I'm the joker, I'll make everybody laugh, but then inside they feel really depressed. And once you learn about archetypes, you realize that you can jump from one to the other, and we do that automatically throughout our days. Like we've jumped through being introvert to sometimes being extroverted, and sometimes we're being extroverted and we go back to introvert. So I think once we start to delve into these subconscious teachings and learnings, then we become godlike. Like we create our own reality, especially with, I think, things that we resist. Like whatever we resist persists, I think. So when we start to go like changing our patterns, like I have a bad habit of drinking too much coffee and smoking cigarettes. Once I cut that out, I'll let in new light into my cycle, which is destructive. You know, smoking is destructive. So I didn't listen to the whole video by Soulstris because I was so sleepy I wanted to go to bed. But I think sometimes I just see the video and I love that she had like 1,000 subscribers, and that's my new hobby. I go to like people who are just starting on this journey, and I love seeing what they do and how you can do these videos, you know, and upload on YouTube. And you know, they don't have to be super professional. You can just be human, and that's actually more important than, you know, being very professional or something like that. So I really like that video. And you know, I think that I don't know, I'm starting to see these patterns in my life of things that I do. Maybe because I'm 33 and I'm Jesus age and things are shifting, but I start to see how every little thing that I do has an effect, and things that I think about and things that I talk about on YouTube especially. I'm like, everything is so connected, but I don't know how to. Maybe I need to learn how to put what I want to say in words better, because it's almost indescribable in words. Everyone has to find their own way. Like you can't tread somebody else's path. So you have to delve into the unknown. And one way I delve into the unknown is by painting. And, you know, I said yesterday I've been struggling with this painting, and today I pushed through with it. And before I pushed through with it, I just painted another painting, and I like what I did with that. So pushing through with this painting, even though I stopped a little bit and hesitated in my road, I just jumped to another painting and finished the day with that painting, started the day with that painting, and came back to the old painting today and pushed through a little bit. And now I think I'm gonna continue with another painting, because I got a suggestion from a friend who visited my studio today. Thank you, James, because it was like I was in old days of student days of being in a crit, and he gave me a suggestion. And before I wouldn't listen to suggestions, but now I'm like, I need to implement what people suggest to me right here, right now, because that's God, which is, okay, me, which is godlike. But God can be, you know, another person. If I see everything as a whole, then if somebody else that I feel affinity to tells me, like, oh, start a TikTok for your art, you could get bigger audiences there. And I'm like, I'm not really into TikTok. And then I'm like, wait a minute, you're resisting something. You might need to start TikTok. And I'm like, now I know I have to start TikTok. And, you know, not because just because I have to, because my reality suggested that to me. And sometimes it's something goes against it, but you know, if somebody said, yeah, here, smoke some crack or something, you know, I'd be like, no, just because reality is suggesting that to me, my instincts would say no. But, you know, if something is positive towards my art, then I should do it, you know? And that's my reality. That's my God suggesting something to do for me. So I think that's how that scheme works. And if my instincts are right, and I think I'm that intuitive introvert, you know, or I have, well, I can't say I'm just that. I have traits of that where I think with my intuition, I grab what's around me. That's, you know, I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Yeah, that's it. I thought, or sometimes I'll think about something and that will appear, and sometimes I'm not sure if that's true. Then it will appear again, and then it will appear 3 times, where somebody will say something, and I'll be like, just like goosebumps all over my body. I can't like deny the fact that it needs to be done. And I had a thought about TikTok, and now my friend said that, and I'm like, okay, is there gonna be a third? But I don't think now I need the third. I just know I need to do it in order to expand. But I just wanted to say thank you to the whole YouTube community, because everybody that's been very supportive, I really appreciate you. I don't know if I'll do an art video today, because I've been doing an art video almost every day, and I don't think I have too much to show right now. But that I could be wrong with that, because I have something to show. I just don't feel like it's right to show it. But maybe I will just show it during this video, because it doesn't have to be perfect. I can just add some clips to this clip, right? So we are godlike. If you have something that you don't like in your reality, ask why. Ask why and see. For example, I have one person that I don't necessarily get along with, and I don't want to get along with him. And I figured out why. And don't want to go into detail, but I know he has issues with his dad. I know I have issues with my dad, and I know that he's got mental issues that he's not addressing. And I realized that that's me not wanting to address my mental issues and not wanting to resolve my issues with my dad. And that's why I don't want to deal with that person. That I asked that to myself, I figured that out, And maybe if I did, I could have something to talk about with that person. And even if I figured it out within myself, maybe that person wouldn't be so aggressive anymore in my reality, because I live only in my reality. I can't jump into somebody else's shoes and experience it. So, sip of coffee from a huge mug from over here, tiny mug from over here. So, face your reality, but face it where you have to, there's a right time to face it. And sometimes facing reality can be starting from within. Okay, so I think that for me, it's mainly going within. I don't really like going outside. I mean, I do, and I do go outside. And now I actually enjoy going outside more when I'm meeting people that are right for me, But I noticed that, I have what I need to do here in this room. So I'm going to do it. And thanks to you, I'm doing YouTube, and thanks to all of your support, I'm enjoying doing it even more. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Peace and love. Wu-Tang. And you are godlike.